Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we got another update on the Halle Bailey and DDG saga, y'all. A couple of things. So DDG has responded and also got threatened from Soulja Boy, y'all. He has responded to, the restraining order and everything else. He's up here putting up a tweet on the social medias of it all, talking about some, there's no days off. He's still going to be streaming. He ain't worried about nothing and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, how people pretend that they're unbothered, but the text that we saw where he was accusing Halle Bailey of being with another man with zero receipts, with zero intel, with zero facts, tells the story. And his crash out sessions on his live streams tell the story. But says, I'm chilling, by the way. I have no worries with the winking emoji. Streaming later on, no days off. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Same old nonsense, right? Soulja Boy sent him actually added him and said, you BAN, right? What Diddy used to call people, the irony of it all. A BAN for putting your hands on Halle. Little N, you know the rest. Tags DDG, if I catch you, I'm beating the bleep out of you, y'all. So, nonetheless, while, yes, it's on site. It is on site for many of these men, I'm sure. But the irony of it all is Soulja Boy himself is ordered to pay $4 million in damages for his own SCXUL battery and ASSAULT of his former assistant. But nonetheless, right message, wrong messenger, right? But we're here to talk about what is the breaking news that just came out a few hours ago, y'all. And we are going to be talking about Halle Bailey doing what? Here's the thing. If y'all been following my video on this, if y'all have been following my videos on the Halle Bailey and DDG saga, I said months ago that she needed to get sole custody, that this guy was not going to stop. This dude was a menace. Those of you LAMH fans, y'all were joking, is this a cousin or a nephew of Martell Holt and all of the things? Well, check it. Looky here, y'all. Looky here. You guys, Halle Bailey requests sole and legal and physical custody of son Halo and asks the court to prevent ex-DDG from taking him out of LA. The actress welcomed her son in December 2023 with her ex-boyfriend, the rapper DDG. She's requesting sole legal and physical custody of her son. Hallelujah. According to the court documents obtained by People, the Little Mermaid star is requesting sole legal and physical custody of her son, Halo, who she welcomed in December 2023 with ex-boyfriend DDG. She is also asking the judge to order that her ex, born Daryl Wayne Granberry Jr., not be allowed visitation with his son. Wow. However, she's asking that DDG be given supervised visits with a professional company once a week for 6 hours while Halo is in Los Angeles. This is what Mel needed for Martell and his concubine. Supervised visits for Love Marriage Huntsville people. Additionally, Bailey asked the court to prevent DDG from taking their son outside of the country of Los Angeles, y'all. She has also requested an order to prevent child abduction, saying that DDG has a history of ABUSINGing her, taking away or hiding Halo from her. No. So he was doing all that projection on his live streams, talking about Halle is preventing him from seeing his son. Meanwhile, it's him preventing Halle from seeing her son. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Everything he was complaining and projecting on Halle, he was doing. And I knew it. Said that he was taking away or hiding Halo from her, threatening to take away or hide as well. So you already previously took away Halo and tried to hide him, but then you're making further threats to take him away again and hide Halo from her, and not cooperating with her in parenting. Bailey asks that a judge order DDG not to move with Halo without her written permission, and to turn in or not apply for passports or other important documents for Halo. If he does travel with Halo with her permission, she is asking the judge to order that DDG provide his travel schedule, copies of round-trip airline tickets, addresses and phone numbers of where they can be reached, and an open airline ticket for her if Halo is not returned. The actress specifically specified several examples where she has asked DDG to set a visitation schedule with her for Halo, has shared that one particular interaction came to a head in January. Bailey writes that when DDG came to get Halo, she asked him to talk about a schedule, and he got visibly upset. As she walked with him outside and buckled her son in his car seat, Bailey alleges that DDG was cursing at her and getting more and more upset. I had left my front door open, and I was not even fully dressed, as I was not even wearing shoes, she said. Daryl kept repeating, "Get out of my car, bleep," which we kind of hit a little bit of this, but this is a little bit more in depth. Halo was crying. I repeatedly pleaded with him to stop calling me a bleep. Bailey continues, "I feel very nervous that he's taking Halo with him, and I was very agitated. I did not feel safe leaving a baby with him in the state, and I also wanted to know when he would bring Halo back. He would not tell me." The argument continued and got physical as the two were wrestling and tussling. No, not wrestling and tussling. At one point, Daryl was pulling my hair and then slammed my face on the steering wheel, causing my tooth to get chipped. Bailey alleges, again, those of y'all that are spreading false narratives saying that this isn't true and trying to post pictures of Hallie's teeth in January. No. Read the court documents. I then stopped fighting back as I was in a lot of pain. I wanted to get out of the car with Halo, but was now stuck. DDG ended up driving to his house with Bailey in the car, since she wouldn't leave Halo alone. Once they got there, the star claimed she told his family what had happened and begged them to set a schedule, but they told her to just leave Halo and go. So this is coming from DDG's family. When Hallie tried to report the domestic violence incident, they told her, "Oh well, too bad, so sad, get the bleep out of here and leave the child." Make it make sense? And the audacity of the mom to get on social media and say that the people are lying, to accuse the Little Mermaid of lying. How dare you? And knew all of this time after these incidents, your son DDG is still getting on these live streams, bashing Hallie, trying to use Halo as a pawn, coming out with diss tracks and all this and all that. No. So let me say that once more. One more again. The star claims she told DDG's family the domestic dispute incident that happened and begged them to set a schedule so there could be an intermediary, so there could be safety at hand. And she begged them to set a schedule. Begged! And they told her to just leave Halo and go. That is utterly disgusting. Bailey details several other alleged examples of ABUSE, ending her statement by saying she's done everything possible to avoid going to court. And I knew it. I knew when Hallie was being quiet all this time, she was documenting everything. Meanwhile, DDG was being unhinged on the internet. I realize there is no placating Daryl. I cannot allow this abuse any longer. I can't keep living like this. I never know when he's going to demand our son to be in his mother's care and whether I will be subjected to his threats in ABUSE. Bailey also requested a temporary restraining order against DDG, and that was granted by the court on Tuesday, May 13th. He is required to remain 100 yards away from Bailey and Halo at all times, including Halo's school and Bailey's vehicle. Representatives for Bailey and DDG did not immediately respond to people's requests for comment. And Bailey and DDG, they began their relationship in 2022 and ultimately split in 2024. A court hearing on this case, y'all, is scheduled in a few weeks on June 4th, and we're going to be there or be square, y'all. We are going to be there or be square, because what the welly? What in the welly? Not you putting hands on the Little Mermaid. Have you lost your mind? Nobody should be putting hands on anybody, number one, right? But this is just disgusting. This is just disgusting. I am so happy that HALLE has requested sole and legal and physical custody of HALE and supervised visits for DDG with a professional, because some of his streams become unhinged, especially when he wants to collaborate with certain people, and you don't know what type of environment it's going to be with some of these other streamers, and it's not safe conditions for a child. And again, since you don't have content, all you want to talk about is bashing HALLE and, using the kid as a pawn. And you had the audacity to tell the internet that HALLE was not letting you see your son when it was you that was hiding the son from HALLE. Make it make sense. And you thought that everybody, and this is why I told some of y'all to wait till everything came out. But as unhinged as he has been on these streams, y'all, I knew something was up. But enough is enough. Stop using HALLE for clicks and views. Stop slandering her name. Don't put her name on any songs or any albums. Nothing. Leave her alone. And it's really disgusting that his family did not intervene. Very disgusting that the family chose not to intervene and just wanted to call HALLE crazy, call her bitter, call her a liar, call her jealous that she's not with DDG anymore, as if she ever needed him. He's the one that needed her. He was the one that was going to all the A-list and red carpet events with, being, her significant other. And once that was a wrap, so was the Oscars, so was the Met Gala, so was the Super Bowl, so was all of it. So was random trips out the country. So was the fact that HALLE gets to go for 2 months in Italy and film a movie and the son gets to go with her. You missed out on all of that because you were doing too much foolishness. You were doing too much foolishness and you truly had the audacity. It is the gall and the audacity for me for people to think that HALLE is lying. And she compiled all of this evidence because that is what you do when you are dealing with the likes of DDG. Now, like I've said in many videos, we unfortunately cannot do anything about HALLE's choices in men and the disaster of a relationship to begin with. We couldn't do anything. And once she got pregnant, all we could say at this point is at some point they break up. At some point she'll see the light and it's going to be what it's going to be. But we knew in advance what type of dude he was. We knew in advance what type of time he was on because either we have been through it ourselves or we know somebody who has been through it. And therefore could provide the wisdom, could provide the advice, could provide all of it. And no, it is not being a hater. It is not being bitter. It is not being any of those things because these are coming from other women who have significant others, who are married and everything else. So it's not even a situation, oh, you're just single and bitter and just mad and da-da-da. No. We see the characteristics of DDG a mile away. We know exactly what type of time he was on. He was an F-boy trying to come up. And thought he was going to continue to be disrespectful and unprofessional and inappropriate, and it wasn't going to matter as long as he had the HALLE cosign. And he effed around and found out that that is not going to work anymore. That you're going to have to pull things up by your bootstraps and get to work for real, not using HALLE's name and not using the son for sympathy and to paint a false narrative about HALLE as a mother and all the things, and having the audacity to send foolishness to HALLE on the Mother's Day. Trying to accuse her of being out and about. You shouldn't matter. Y'all broke up last year. Y'all broke up last October, so it don't matter what HALLE is or isn't doing. Make it make sense. So there is that. That is all that I have for this video. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.